What's up, YouTube? It's Random Tuesday Thoughts. Again, I know, holy cow. I feel like it's always Tuesday. So just before we get into thoughts, I didn't do as many Yoyo reviews last week. Time just didn't permit, and I do have a ton of Yoyos to review, so I do need to get back to it this week. Needs to happen. Haven't actually shot any yet, though, so we'll see. Working on it. Promise. Got tons to review. Tons and tons and tons and tons. So I will get to that. I promise. I promise. So thanks for watching all the other videos and liking and subscribing and all that jazz. Actually going to put up another video tonight, sort of a discussion type of thing, about tips for YouTube channels and Yoyo YouTube channels and whatnot. So make sure you watch that as well. Kind of a different kind of video, but if you guys like it, I'll maybe do more stuff like that. So we'll see. Make sure you check it out tonight. But this is Random Tuesday Thoughts, and I do this on every Tuesday, and it's just a bunch of random crap that I throw at you guys, because why the hell not? So, random thought number one, this isn't even really a random thought, this is more of an announcement. So, we will be retiring the Yinzer Classy Yoyo string. Hold on, let me grab some. Yinzer Classy was my first signature colorway string with Zipline strings that came out, 5-6 months ago, something like that. And it's actually the first one that Jeremy and I designed together and worked on, and it was my first, here we go. Still have some in a package for me, because these are mine. We will be retiring the Yinzer Classy Zipline Yoyo strings. That being said, the final run of them, for now, or, until we decide to randomly bring them back, which may or may not happen. So, make sure you stock up if you really like them. Final drop for the Yinzer Classy Zipline strings will be this coming Friday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if you're in the Pittsburgh, New York, Cleveland, Columbus time zone area, 8 p.m., 8 o'clock, this coming Friday, which is the 15th. 9/15 at 8 p.m. So September 15th, 8 p.m. will be the final drop for the Yinzer Classy Throws and Brews signature colorway Zipline string. We're going to be replacing it with that Hulkenstein colorway I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. And yeah, so make sure you stock up if you want some, because don't know if or when you'll ever be able to get them again, because we're going to retire them. So that's random thought number one. Going to be retiring Yinzer Classy, so make sure you pick them up this Friday. Also, it's going to be all signature strings dropping on Zipline this Friday, so make sure you pick up my buddy strings as well, because all those colors are incredible. They look great, and Jeremy and those guys and everybody worked really hard on the colorways to make sure they were exactly perfect and awesome. I just myself picked up some of the Notorious Ninja Zipline colorways last drop. So I only picked up one package for you guys who get all uppity about, well, why do you get all the strings and I can never get any? I only picked up one package. There were like 100 and some packages, so get them. I'm telling you right now, this Friday, September 15th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which is the same time, they will be dropping all signature stuff. And we'll be retiring. This will be the last chance to get the Yinzer Classy colorway. So make sure you guys grab those, because you're not going to be able to later. So, Zipline strings. That's thought number one. Yinzer Classy retired. So, yeah. Thought number two kind of has something to go along with that. So, occasionally I see comments like, oh, how come you guys can get all these amazing strings and they're never in stock and we can't get them and all this other stuff. And it's not just with Zipline. I've seen it with the Eretic strings and whatever else. Other non-bulk string companies, guys who are just winding strings by hand to get them out to people. Very high-end custom colorway type stuff. People tend to get upset about it when you make a video about it because, well, I can't go buy these right now and the video's dropping. I try to tell everybody in the videos. I post. Follow me on Facebook if you don't. I try to do everything I can to keep you guys informed. Stuff like this, stuff that's limited run, stuff that's just done by, one guy. I mean, these are all very small shops, very small companies. It's usually just, one guy, one enthusiast, and he's not getting rich on it. He does this because he loves it. And the idea is that to get these very limited quantity things, because it takes a long time to make them, you have to put in the effort. It's not like buying kitty strings where you can just go to Yoyo Expert or wherever and they're always in stock and you just buy the color you want. It doesn't work like that. These aren't being wound by machines and being imported in mass quantities. This is one guy, usually in America or wherever the one guy is winding the strings, winding his strings by hand, based upon a formula that he came up with. That's kind of why they're so unique and cool, is because they're done by hand. So things that are done by hand usually come in more limited quantities. They take a longer time to make. They cost more money to get, but ultimately they're really, really, really good. So if you want Zipline strings or any kind of string or any kind of yo-yo product in general that sells out rather quickly, you got to put the work in. I'm telling you right now, don't get salty about it. Put the work in. Figure out when the drop's going to be. Make sure you're there to grab it. That's the only way you're going to get them. Crying on in Facebook comments or in YouTube comments or on Instagram or whatever is not going to get you what you want. Research, timing, and some work are going to get you what you want. That's how you do things. This is how you do it. This is how you collect in a hobby like this. It's not just limited to yo-yos. If you collected action figures, you can't just walk into Walmart and expect to get all the action figures on your list the day they come out because, not even the day they come out. You can't just walk into Walmart 3 weeks after all these action figures that you wanted came out and expect to just buy them all and say, oh, why didn't they have all these in stock? Because they're generally limited runs or, just sort of limited to stores. There's never a whole ton of them in a box, and they can only carry so many. And you got to get there. You got to do your research, figure out when they're going to drop, when they're going to be around, and then get them immediately. Because if you wait, things aren't around. So don't sleep on stuff, and then don't get salty if you sleep on stuff and you can't get some. So that's my warning to everybody. Don't get salty. Just do your homework. Get the stuff you want. I will help you. Let me know if I can help you. Give me a comment down below. Yeah. So, the last thing, final thought, number 3 today is I've been doing a lot of yo-yo trading and swapping and all that stuff lately. Gotta keep the collection fresh. Gotta freshen it up a little bit. And just some stuff wasn't getting play. So, got to swap a few things out, get a new couple of cool things in. So I figured I'd walk you guys through my trade haul over the last month or so. It's really just about been a month. So first thing, got this from my buddy Simply Mike. Shout out to Simply Mike over at the Throws Definitive. Mike is awesome. Mike and I traded a few throws. Got the Rihara from him. This thing's pretty cool. I've been carrying a lot. I like the finish. Shape's pretty cool too. It doesn't spin that long, but great for grinds. Good grind finish, and it looks really good. So, been enjoying my Rihara. Thank you, Mike. You're the man. Also, something I traded. Sky, who is a fan of this channel and a wonderful friend to me, said she picked up 2 of these T1s from One Drop. She half swapped them. We're half red, half purple here. Looks brilliant. I love it. I love half swaps. This one looks awesome. But she had 2, and she didn't need 2. And she said, hey, you want to be my half swap buddy? And I said, absolutely. Let me trade you something. So, traded her a Shuta for this, and it's awesome. Dig it. Thank you, Sky. There will be a review coming of this. Maybe of this, too. I have to figure out if you can still buy these. But this is cool, too. Thanks, Mike. But here's the T1. Love it. It's awesome. Thank you, Sky. Moving on. I traded away a silver-plated, and he polished it up, actually. But I traded away my silver-plated Gradient and picked up the Arctic Circle 2 in the greatest CLYW colorway, Clearview Station. So, looks awesome. You've seen this in a couple of videos. Yeah. Arctic Circle 2. Love it. Traded for this. He also threw in, because I threw in some extra stuff, he also threw in a freehand. These are different caps. It had aluminum caps on it. And I swapped the aluminum caps with my Freehand Pro, and I stuck the Freehand Pro caps on here. So I've turned my Freehand Pro basically into a beast monster yo-yo. And I'll have to share. I'll make a different video about that later. But got a freehand as well. Digging this. It's responsive right now, and I really like it. So really having a good time with the freehand. Moving on, more Duncan stuff. Got a Raptor from SW Randall. Mac was kind enough to give this to me. They had one of these from way back in the day, and I guess he found this in a drawer in a box. The packaging was all messed up and faded and kind of beat up, but the yo-yo was perfect. And he said, "Here you go. Videos are doing well. We're getting some traffic from it, so thank you." So thank you, Mac. I love my Raptor. I've been carrying it around a lot. It's a nice organic shape, nice and small, super fun. Switched the bearing out, put a center track in it. Love it. Super cool. Although, if you follow me on Facebook, Duncan said I've just shared it. Duncan said they're gonna reissue the Raptor. So I'm gonna do a review of this one, and then hopefully we can compare them when the new one comes out. That would be really fun. So we will see. But Duncan Raptor, love it. This purple is awesome. This graphic is awesome. So cool. What a cool yo-yo for Duncan. I'm glad they're bringing it back because it is super cool. Traded away my C3 Speedoholic for another Protostar. I love the Protostar. This colorway is awesome. And he was like, "Yeah, I got a Protostar. I'll take that C3. So we traded. And love it. Great trade. Love the Protostar. Now I've got two. I'm going to probably do a revisited review on the Protostar. So happy to have this one so we can do a revisited review. I'll show you both of them. And just cool. Protostars are great. Still, such a great yo-yo. It's already 7 or 8 years old at this point. And such a great yo-yo. $20. Brand new, but got one in a trade. Love it. So good. These two came in yesterday. Traded my marquee and put a fun little package together. First is the Yoyo Factory Regen. Love this. Hadn't played a Regen too much. I threw it around a little bit like months and months ago. But Machine Delrin, man, this thing is awesome. I love these hard H shapes. This is like, I hope Yoyo Factory does more of this because this is awesome. So Yoyo Factory Regen, love it. It's killer. Just got this. I will do a review on the Regen. So good. So good. And I've already done a review on the Super G, but that was the one that's at SW Randall. So I traded for this black stealth one. Looks really, really cool. This one's definitely loved. It's got some dings, but I'm really happy with the trade because like the Super G a lot. I think it's a cool, big, heavy H-shaped yo-yo, and that's just really cool. It's really stable, spins a really long time, and really just kind of shows where yo-yoing was 4 or 5 years ago, but still plays. It's still a monster player. So super stoked on the Stealth Super G. You can see there's the black engraving in there on the all black yo-yo. Super cool, great yo-yo. So glad to have expanded and sort of switched up the collection a little bit. It was time for a change. Some things were getting stale, some things were not getting played. So happy to have those things switched out and playing them now. So that's gonna do it for today, guys. But that was the Random Tuesday thoughts for today, which is Tuesday the 12th. I'm actually filming this on the 11th, but Tuesday the 12th. So make sure you like and subscribe. Tell me down, leave me a comment, and let's talk about stuff because I like to do that kind of thing as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.